Dear Father, I want to write you a letter. But how do you speak to a man who is deaf to the world and who was never taught the language of humanity or compassion? For I fear the words I write would fail, slipping through your fingers like drops of water down a window pane. You ever unsure of the difference between rain and tears, and I, misunderstood still, screaming till I turn blue at the indifference that proves that deaf man to be you, dear Father. Don't you see that you could understand if only you would step down from the throne that you have placed beneath your feet, raising you high above the responsibility of the pain that you refuse to accept you have caused? Is the embarrassment of lowering yourself to the level on which your daughter lives truly so degrading? Or have you and I reached the point of loss that I was never really your daughter at all? Dear Father, I know I am not who you wished I would become. I know my life makes little sense to you, but you, with a mind so small for a man so smart, must have decided long ago that success could only be power, money, position. And you never stopped to consider that the price for what you crave would be love and family and kindness, and in doing so took away the familiarity of family from two little girls who fought for the affection of their father. Dear Father, the space between the man you are and the father who I have needed has now become almost equal to the space between you and I. Such a space in one so young leaves a hole that only festers with age until the heart of the woman that I grew into became rotting and rancid, covered up by men and lies and fantasies of something more, and they left scars stretched across my skin, a constant reminder of the mountain you handed to a girl hardly old enough to climb a hill. Dear Father, the belittling and the bereavement that you have placed in my hands pulls me closer and closer to the ocean floor, with the weight of the water above almost as heavy as the expectations of perfection placed upon me to perform the part of the little princess in your play and paint the picture of the family on the wall, smiling through the pain of being stifled to no more than smoke. See, I have searched for your eyes in the faces of those far too kind to remind me that they are not mine, but leave me to find out for myself, each reminder more painful than the last. Unknowingly, they add pain when they love a little girl whose father died long ago and was replaced by the shell of a man who looks nothing like the one in her dreams. Dear Father, you know the pain of being a bastard child to a man who chose to leave. And I guess hurt people really do hurt people, because then you did the same. And dear Father, I am sorry for the emptiness you feel inside. And while alcohol can clean a wound, it will never heal it. Perhaps you seek the pain the burn brings, and while I too turn to painful things, I never quite find the solace that I seek. But you must have found those bottles to have warm and outstretched arms, for them to steal you from the arms of those who did not hide behind lying eyes. Dear Father, I am pieces of a girl held together by tape and paste, and I have taught myself how to fill the love you are incapable of giving with strength and courage and all the things you seem to lack. For while you know how to leave, I know how to stay. And while you know how to hurt, the one thing I truly know is how to love. And I guess all of this is to try to say I forgive you. But I do it for me, because in forgiving you, I will be set free. Dear Father, I will spend the rest of my life proving to you and to myself and to the world that I am worthy of love. That strength comes from sorrow. That the end of us is not the end of me. And that, dear Father, this apple fell far from your tree.